Hey everybody, just want to show you this little project I did with my F1 2019 wheel. The encoders, the rotary encoders, which are this one over here, and this one, they spin way too easy. Here's the other one, out of the wheelbase at the moment. Anyways, they spin way too easy, especially for me, like on my right hand side. There's a lot of buttons on this side that I'm using during a race, whether it's in, it doesn't matter which sim I'm in. It could be me adjusting the brake bias, the ARB, things like that. And if I'm talking or whatever, if I'm using these buttons up here or buttons over here, if my hand slides from here to here, every once in a while, I might just barely graze across this encoder. And if I do, at just this amount of right here, what I'm doing, it would move it. I mean, they just move really, really easy. See, I'm just doing this with my finger right now. Just really easy to move. So I didn't like that. I wanted to figure out how can I make this encoder just have require just a little bit more torque to turn it. So I took it apart, and taking this apart is really easy. And took out one of the encoders, started looking at it, and I have a 3D printer, so I came up with a little model that I did last night. And what I noticed is this white part of this knob has a little hole in it. So I was like, perfect. You know what? I could probably put something around that, or if anything I 3D print, I could have it snap into that hole to hold the ring in place. And basically the way it looks is this sits in here like so. I'm not going to put it all the way in there, but this sits in here. And when it sits in here, you have this little area right here and here where there's a lot of room. So I was like, and that's right, that lines up right where this white area is on this knob. So I was thinking, okay, maybe I could get an O-ring on there with a 3D printed part, and then use that O-ring just to put just enough tension into the plastic part of this to where when I spin it, there's just enough, pressure needed to get it to turn. Just not, if I move my hand across, it's not going to hit it and move it. And that's exactly what this did. So here's the 3D printed part that I did. That's this part right here. This little area is what sticks into that hole to hold it in place. And then I did a groove around the outside to hold the O-ring. And then all I do is I just take a dab of super glue to here and here to hold this piece together, just to where I can get the O-ring to go around it. And here's one that's installed. And with rubber O-rings on plastic, if it's touching it too much, there's going to be some resistance there from the push and pull of the rubber. So I did apply just a little bit of lithium grease. So yeah, then the reason I did this is to create that tension. So if my hands are coming across this real quick, it's not going to make it move. Like if I was doing this right here, this would actually move just from me going like this. So it's just enough tension to where I won't accidentally hit it. So it feels a little bit better. So let's kind of see if I can get in a little bit closer to show you. So yeah, that's all there is to it. It's pretty simple. Very small pieces. It took 6 minutes to print these each. Like the quickest and smallest prints I've ever done. All right, so she's put back together and back on the base now, and everything's working good. And here's hopefully from the video you can kind of tell there's some tension there. If anybody that owns one of these, they can probably tell just from what I'm doing here that there's tension. And yeah, so let me know if you have any questions. I think this one on this left has a little bit more tension than the other one. And it might just be due to the amount of grease that I put on it, which eventually that'll kind of degrade a little bit. But yeah, so that's about it. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks for watching.